All right, welcome back to the range report. And excuse my laughing. I just did like 3 minutes of intro on this video and then screwed it up in the middle of it because I forgot exactly what model I'm going to be talking about now. But I'm going to give you the rundown anyway. It seems the big thing is red dots. You know, everybody's got a red dot on their gun now, and me, I'm an old school guy. I tend to carry a revolver from time to time, so just me even carrying a Strike-A-Fire gun was a miracle. But since I'm carrying one, and the one I'm carrying is the Sig 365XL, and this one is red dot ready, I said, well, let me see what all the fuss is about. And I went out and did a little shopping. And before I shopped, I contacted James Sellers. You guys know him from Sightmark. He owns a Sightmark company. Naturally, he recommended one of his own products, and he has one red dot that's specifically designed to fit the slide cut on the 365. So, for $149, I went out and bought one, figuring I really don't want to spend $600 on something that I may or may not like. So I said, well, let me get something inexpensive, see how I like it, and we'll go from there. Well, as you notice, it's not on this gun. Well, it turns out that the only thing that was not included in the package with the red dot was the screws required to attach it to the Sig 365. So with that in mind, I said, well, I still want to get used to one of them and see how it is. So I mounted it on top of my Canik. And this is my, you have to bear with me, there's a lot of letters and I'm kind of old, so I forget. This is the TP9SFx Elite model. And we put the Sightmark on this thing. And we wanted to see what it would do. Now, we ran a few rounds through it early. It was the first rounds through it. I'm a little bit off to one side and a little bit low, and unfortunately, I did not bring the Allen key with me to adjust the sights. But still, at 21 feet, I think I should be able to hit what I'm aiming at. Like I said, I'm still new to the whole red dot world, so you have to forgive me if my learning curve is a little off, but we're going to run some rounds through this thing. I'm going to give you an assessment of it, and we'll go from there. So I got my Canik's got 18 round magazines. We got this one loaded up with 18 rounds. We've got a silhouette target downrange. We're going to put some rounds through it. I'm going to try and aim center mass where I believe the rounds are going to go. Because remember, I said I'm off a little. I'm about 2 inches high and 2 inches to the left. So we're going to see what we can do. All right, that's 18 rounds through, and we're going to take a look at this and see what it looks like. Now, I was aiming at, my point of aim was a little bit low and a little bit to the right because I wanted to make sure I got a good grouping. And lo and behold, let's see if I can't zoom in on this a little bit for you. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty damn effective. All right, so that's 18 through. All 18 are in the 10 ring. I got a grouping about, my two further shots are about 2.5 inches apart at 21 feet, and I wasn't exactly taking my time with it. The dot's a 3 m.o.a. dot. It's relatively bright. Now, we are in bright confines here, and I'm shooting at a pink target. I figured this would be good to be able to show the rounds where they impact. I'm going to load up another magazine, and this time, I'm going to see if I can't put a little smiley face on this guy. We got another 18 rounds loaded up. Our target is, again, set at 21 feet. Now, what I did is I dimmed the lights back there a little bit to assist me a little bit in picking up the red dot. Also, hoping that with the target being backlit, as my rounds penetrate the paper, you'll actually be able to see it on camera. We'll see what happens. All right, now as you can see, I kind of rushed through those a little bit. I'm not really trying to see exactly, okay, we're going to put the rounds. If you're in a low light situation, you're trying to get rounds off in a hurry, you just want to pick up that dot, send the round down home, and see where it happens. And this is, I think that's pretty decent. Now we're going to run a bunch more rounds through this thing on this Canik in the months ahead. We're going to get this thing zeroed in a little bit more. I want to do, say, 200 or 300 rounds and want to see how it holds zero. And, you know, before we make a determination. Now, we're not going to be gentle on this thing. This gun was purchased mostly so that eventually it would be used in competition for as good as I could possibly compete. But we're going to beat the gun up a little bit. We're going to beat the red dot up a little bit, and we're going to see how each of them hold up. Now, like I said, I wanted to put it on my Sig. Now we're just going to have to see whether or not it earns the privilege to do so. But for now, for 139 bucks, three m.o.a. dot on there, windage and height adjustability. It's got an all aluminum housing made in the United States. You could do a hell of a lot worse. So right now, on behalf of me and Pinky, you guys be safe and shoot straight.